right, guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. We're in the low country of South Carolina. We're in East Georgia here, right along the banks of the Savannah River. And look at it, I didn't even plan that, but we're going to get back to what we were doing here in a second. As Scott shows you, this crappie, it's not a monster.
This one's a little fella.
Yeah, this one's going back. As a matter of fact, they're all going back, but today, this one's definitely going back. So, we're on the banks of the Savannah River, and this was a special request that I personally had. So many people from all over the world come to places like Savannah, and nobody knows about any freshwater fishing. We're only about 30 minutes from Savannah right now, and that's only because there's some slow roads here. And we're just sitting on the Savannah River right now, doing a little crappie fishing. Most people don't even know that there's crappie here. But Scott Williams, who's fishing this for the first time in his life,
today's my maiden voyage.
You know, we know that this isn't Slab Daddy territory. This isn't, you know, Clark's Hill. It's not Oconee. It's not Sinclair. It's not, you know, one of the big impoundments down by Eufaula. But you know what? It's something different. It's something that everybody hasn't done. And as Scott has told me and educated me with many times, he never caught a fish.
Never caught a bad fish.
Bad fish.
All of them's good.
So, well, there's big ones. There's little ones.
All right, this is a male, and I smell fish. So that's a little male there. See how dark his fins is? How kind of got a darker color to him. They're spawning in here somewhere. I can smell them.
Bigger than the last one. They're growing.
Yeah. We're finding these males we're in like 6.5 foot of water. These males are, look at them on the screen there.
All right, but maybe we found a honey hole.
They're
It's a good one.
That is a good one. Oh, it's a big copperhead brim. Come here. Call them copperheads because I don't know if you can see the color on that fish.
Good brim, huh?
It is a good brim. There he is.
That's a crappie.
Yeah. It's a male.
You haven't caught a female back here
No.
yet.
I don't know if the females have already come and gone or if the males have just moved in preparing the nest or what. That's a male. There's a couple more fish in there. Let's see if we can get them. There he is. Oh God. There he is.
Look how dark that fish is.
He was in some thick stuff too. I mean, I'm telling you, these fish are, oh, get up here.
Wow, he is
jet black.
He's like as dark as some of those ones we saw in Florida.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's, spawn's going on. Big black male crappie. I mean, he's got, and that's what I was telling you, see how he's dark on his belly? Yeah. All the fins are turning dark around his face.
So we've now moved a little bit from open water. As you can see, we were back in there earlier. And Scott has come out here. Oh, look at that. For the whole purpose of looking for females. And is that a female?
Nope, that's a male.
Another male. So we've caught one female all day today and a ton of males. We'll take it.
Another male.
So what was the thought process there? You thought the females would just be out a little bit deeper?
Yeah,
or?
just out in a little bit deeper water. You know, just staging.
We do see some kind of structure right out here, out in the middle. It was the purpose of stopping at this point.
There he is. Another little male.
We're going to show you this jig. Minus the crappie fireball that he ate, but we can be able to get that out.
Oh, tough. Well, these little males are black. I mean, they are ready. There's the jig.
Yeah, see, the red and black. Ooh.
There's the little male. Uh-oh.
Got some Georgia red on.
Hey guys, we're finishing up today on the Savannah River. You know, we had a blast today. We didn't catch a lot of big fish. We caught a lot of fish, but they were kind of small, which that may be what this river, you know, produces, you know, just kind of smaller fish. I don't know. We only stayed in one spot, so we didn't move around a little bit. But you guys tell us, y'all comment and tell us, you know, if this is the average size fish we were catching, or were they any you know, are there any bigger ones here? You know, so what I used today, we were in the shallow water, catching a lot of males. You saw a lot of male fish. We did move out a little deeper and catch a few females, a little bit bigger. But I used my X13. I used K9 braid. I actually had to, in my other videos, you saw my K9 braid a different color. I got hung up so much today, I don't put a lot of line on my reels, just enough, you know, to do what I'm doing. It's not like I'm casting and reeling, but I had to restring my reel. And so I went with the hot pink 10-pound K9 braid. Just a Bass Pro Shops Crappie Max reel, I think's the name of it. It's like 25 bucks at Bass Pro Shops. And just a little red and black chartreuse jig. Caught a lot of fish, had a great time. I'll definitely be back. I think there's a lot to learn about this place. And you know, just catching a bunch of fish. One other thing I did use today, and I think was very important, was my Pautzke fireballs. Try a fireball, see if that'll get him to eat.
You saw how he came towards it.
Yep.
Came towards it, dashed, wouldn't eat it. Let's see if this does the trick.
Okay.
There is a massive line of thunderstorms coming at us right now. We just looked, they're in Alabama. They're right on top of Eric Cagle, and we hope they don't get to us, but they're coming this way.
Eric's a big enough boy, he ought to hold them back for us a little bit.
Drop a fireball, and it changes the game.
I can tell y'all, I ain't got a good look, but I'm gonna tell you that's the male, just the way that jerker was fighting. Yep. Hit me right in the chest. He's mad at me.
But he's going home.
Little
He's
fella.
going, get back there. Oh, much better fish.
That's the big females we've been hunting for all day.
You two be talking smack about the Savannah River, but we do have some good ones in here.
Yeah, there's one I know.
Yeah.
One good one.
Oh boy, look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's a female now?
Yep, that's a female.
Yep.
And she's just in, you know, about 2 foot of water deeper than where we've been catching those males at. Those males been up in there in the trees and the bushes preparing the nest, and you know, we just poured out to a little bit deeper water and caught a nicer sized fish, a nice female.
Now the Savannah River has several different faces. One of them is the uppermost portion of the river that flows, you know, near the Georgia-South Carolina border on up near Clarks Hill Lake. The other one is the tidal section right down by the city of Savannah. Now, this video right here is filmed somewhere between 30 and 75 miles north of the city of Savannah. All of that section has places where you find little backwaters like we found today. You're going to see an aerial view right now which shows the main river and then one of these little sloughs that we got in today, and the difference between the water quality and the clarity that's there. Now, Scott Williams had never fished the Savannah River, even growing up in Georgia. It's something that he's always wanted to do, but slap between Augusta and Savannah, this river was just a place that doesn't get the kind of notoriety that other places do. Now, that doesn't mean there's not great fishing here. We only filmed this episode for about an hour and a half to 2 hours today, and boy, do we have a great time catching tons of fish. Now, the whole river is over 300 miles long. We focused on a small section of water today that is very common, where there's a little backwater and you just get your boat in there and do a lot of fishing. Very popular, very common. Now, all of our fish today came, for the most part, on fishing the chartreuse garlic crappie fireballs tipped on jigs. You already saw Scott talk about what he used, how he uses it, those kind of things. He also did the same thing he does every time we see him on the boat. Before he even makes his first cast, he takes that, then he dips it in either shad or crappie fire gel. So when that crappie ball falls off or gets bit off or hits some kind of a stump, there's other scent still there waiting for these crappie. Now, it's your chance to come out and find your own favorite spot in the Savannah River. The state of Georgia and the state of South Carolina has access points with public launch ramps all up and down the river. Now make sure you use caution when you're going up and down the main river. There's a lot of stumps, the water's not the clearest, and remember that when you're out here fishing, you can do so with either a Georgia or South Carolina license. One of the things today that we were reminded about by locals is, depending on what side of the river you're fishing on, you have different limits. So if you're on the South Carolina side, you've got one limit. If you're on the Georgia side, you got another limit. So keep an eye on which side you're fishing on. It should be pretty easy to figure out. Now we caught and released all these fish today, so we didn't have to worry about that. However, something you want to keep in mind before you fill the live well. Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.